Hello, Quilt Roadies. I'm home. I'm home. I had a fabulous time, and I'm just going to give you forewarning right now. Go to the bathroom, get yourself a snack and a drink to have. Know that my expectation is that you don't watch this all at one time. You might want to take a Dramamine before you watch. I kept hearing G's voice in my head, don't whip the camera around too much. But it was amazing. But truly, the number one amazing part to this adventure was being at a show with friends and meeting new friends, quilt roadie friends. I met several quilt roadie friends there, and it was just, it made you realize how much was missing in the last 2-3 years. And so that truly was the best part. Coming home was a little bit more of an adventure than going because our bags were heavier. So I'm going to start off right from the get-go with haul. I wanted to share that with you and just give you a little highlight of the show. Really, whether it be the Road to California, PQIF, Paducah, Houston, whatever show, there is something that is ignited on a larger scale within a quilting heart. And that truly was for me. It was inspiring, even if, like, oh man, I would never attempt a Dear Jane. I was blown away by a Dear Jane. And the talent out there and the variety of talent was amazing. Now, you all know it. Okay, if you have been a quilt ready friend that has seen previous videos that I have taken, not G, but I have taken at a show, you know that I have to constantly chant in my head what G's tells me. Don't move the camera too fast. Don't flip around. That's why I suggest taking a Dramamine first. I am like a kid in a candy shop when it comes to quilt shows, and I constantly have to chant. I could not focus on every single quilt. You would have a multi-series show here, and we all wanted it in one sitting. So I just kind of walked around. Sometimes I focused on a quilt. The vendor mall, I walked around. Cherrywood exhibit. So I hope you just take it for what it is. A regular quilter excited to be in a vendor mall and at a quilt show and with girlfriends, which means there's a lot more enabling that goes on. Yeah, there's a lot more enabling. And I was flabbergasted. I was just flabbergasted. I came home with more handwork. That's what I did at the vendor malls. It was handwork. It's like already 80%. Am I whining? I think I'm whining a little bit. I just love handwork. Everything about it. So one of the highlights of the vendor mall was getting to spend a little bit of time with Yasmita of Yazzie Bags. And she is just such a sweet, and her husband was there, such a sweet and inspiring person as far as how to travel with, and I traveled with the Yazzie Bag, but I had to pick up another one at the show because I saw one that was so freaking cute. I like tiny too, and so I bought this. Look at how sweet that is. But the thing about it is, like, when you're gonna go stitch with girlfriends or go, or if you want to take your tools, it has all these little pockets for needles and scissors, and and this is what it is. I just thought it was too adorable to pass up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, but I absolutely fell in love with this tomato pincushion. It holds your thimble, it holds your needles, and it's made with button covers, and it has a zipper. And so that was, and it had a tomato. So I'm going to start working on this sooner than later, because I just, yeah. And here's the other thing that happens. When your girlfriends are shopping in a booth that you're really not interested in, because really there's some booths that draw you in because of your love of that style, and there's others that don't. But when you're standing around waiting for them, you end up buying something. And I saw this fabric, so I bought a yard of it because it totally cracked me up. In all the books, the names on the books have something about cat. Renowned Himalayan mousetraps, renowned Siamese, felines who run with the dogs. So isn't that adorable fabric? And let's see if I can just tell you, because I know someone, it's called Cattails, and it's by Northcott. Yes. For you cat lovers. And I know there are some out there. Okay. Handwork. Remember handwork. What drew me to this project was the Indian corn. It's a bowl full of wool pillows, and it had all the wool and the buttons. But if you could see that, let's see if I can get that corn. That corn is bullion knots. All bullion knots. I fell in love with it. So I am going to be working on that. I know some of you are laughing. You're going, what? As if you don't have enough to stitch. I was blessed to run into Rita, who is, I'm one of her big fans, and she is Reed's Rags to Stitches, and I'll put these links down below. And I just loved this little chubby Santa. I mean, he's got to be in my family tree. I mean, he's just adorable. Okay, moving on. And I know one of my girlfriends is gonna, I don't know if she watches this or not, but she's gonna be laughing her you-know-what off, because I fell down the needle punch hole. I loved being able to say that I was the only fabric stocker who did not do needle punch, who did not, I shouldn't say not do needle punch, but succumb to the draw of needle punch. But I did. Threads That Bind, Frosty Flakes. You see a theme? He's a chubby snowman. And so I bought that, and I got the tulle. And I'm going to try that before next winter. Sewing the Good Life. This, I've long been a fan of Sewing the Good Life, and I did their bee table runner, and I fell in love with this. What can I say? I love embroidery. I love that they have kits where the embroidery is stamped already on the fabric, and so you get the thread, and you get that quilted cotton all ready to go, and here it is. "Come," said the wind to the leaves one day, "come over the meadow and we will play. Put on your coats of scarlet and gold, for autumn is here and the days grow cold." Definitely. Sewing the Good Life. And I will, again, as I said, put that link down below. There was, I got this at 2 different shops, but there was a Sashiko booth, so I bought this pre-printed panel, and I brought a little Sashiko thimble ring to push the needle, because, and the reason I got this pre-printed panel, excuse me, I should say that with my finger up, is that in the French General booth, they had a kit of variegated Sashiko thread. Now, I've never used variegated Sashiko thread, and I thought it would be so fun to do it on that particular panel. So I bought that. My girlfriend's suitcase was 10 pounds heavier than when she arrived, and that's after she unloaded all the food that she brought. Also in the one of the French vendors, found this fabric. I just thought it was adorable. And it does it have, they don't print the names on, it's almost, oh, here it is. It's almost like it's woven. Oh, I can't see. Let's see. Broderie, Collectio Cours. It's just lovely, lovely. This kit just drew my attention right away. Again, as you see a theme, a lot of handwork. I think there's, when you have a busy mind, maybe I should say that, a busy mind, you need things in your life that calm you down, and so handwork does that for me. This was just lovely, absolutely lovely, and I saw the model stitched, and I just so fell in love with it, and it came with all the charms and everything you would need. Quilt Designs by Lori Smith. At Villa Rosa Designs. I thought this was a good basic card. They are so fun because they, and in fact that's where I got the cat fabric, was at their booth. But while the cards were sitting right by the cash register, so when you were in line to pay, you could flip through the cards. And I just thought this card was a good basic, got to make a baby quilt for someone you love. So I got that card. And let's see, Sewing the Good Life. I got all the cards here, so I will definitely be putting links there. I just thought this was really cool too, and it was already a kit. You know, the Bowl Cozy kits, but it was a little bit different, and so I got this to make and see how that, so it's just a fun little kit to get. And although I didn't buy this, I don't know if you have the cute, you know, that little code reader. this was Quilting Walls, and it was amazing. And I was thinking about it, you know, like if I wanted this not to be permanent, but to be able to pull down, this would be a great option. So it was something to think about. Well, that was it for haul. I've got several years of handwork ahead of me, and I loved running into friends like Asmita, Sue Spargo, and personal friends that were just there for the show. It was awesome. It was so fun to see John Flynn there, because I remember him from when I first started quilting. So I think I have a lot of good things. So I hope G's able to take the rest of the little clips that I did of the vendor mall and show, and that you could enjoy them, and maybe next year think about going, because it is definitely a wonderful show, and the quilts were absolutely fantastic. Well, stay tuned. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging along with us. Look at the girlfriends shopping. Yeah.
Seeing that all day.
Yeah. First vendor we've stopped at.
Oh, look at that Sandy.
Oh my gosh.
Look, excuse me. Look.
Look at the kit.
And look how big he gets.
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm not going to have enough space on here. Oh, look at the skunk. Oh. Look at that skunk.
Oh, is just
and the gnomes. Oh my gosh.
the texture.
Awesome. Robin, we've only gotten to one booth in the vendor mall, and your bag is full. Robin, I think the leaf is dimensional. Wow. Here we are. Look at who's here.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the Thread Galore.
This one popped out, yeah. I can take the clothes.
Sue Spargo thread. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I did. I've heard all about you today.
Oh, have you? Oh, look at this. Yazzie. Yazzie in the room. Oh, that's a cute one, isn't it? Yeah. Don't you want to sew something?
You told me to make the machine.
Yeah.
You want to see something really fun?
Yeah.
We could do a boundary.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. What we do is we will. What did you say? She can't.
No, I'm just learning.
We're gonna draw the boundary.
Uh-huh.
Just click it out right here. So we click here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it shows up on the screen. That is our boundary. If I wanted to, we could stitch it like it has been stitched here, but now we're ready to add a pattern. So now we can take this little fish and we can just tell that to go to pattern to boundary. And then see he's upside down, so we can rotate him. We can put him in there any way we want. We can flip him and just kind of have fun with that. So he's kind of silly there. He's swimming upstream, right? Just keep swimming. That's what we tell ourselves. So now we're just... And then you hit continue. It'll do some tie-off stitches and then continue on to the pattern. I'm just going to stop that. There's no.
Look at the cute fish.
Why is that cheating?
It's a machine. It's doing it without you controlling it.
Do you use a washing machine?
Yeah.
Is that cheating?
No, but that's... No one looks at my clothes and says, oh.
How about your washing machine? I mean your dishwasher.
Actually, our dishwasher broke.
It's all how you look at it.
Yeah.
Design is, design is design. You know, creativity, I mean, you can take people, give them the same blank canvas with all the same computerized.